I will.
Okay. Yeah. Then we will
After,
start.
Call is now being recorded.
okay. Good evening to one and all present here. Myself, G. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam. It's my privilege to welcome you all to this technical webinar 3 on project and cost management, which is organized by Department of Civil Engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam, in association with Infinity PMC Solutions Private Limited, Chennai. Let me begin by welcoming our resource person, Engineer S. Suganya, Manager Delivery and Services, and Engineer B. Janani, Manager Professional Services, Infinity PMC Solutions Private Limited, Chennai. I gladly welcome Mr. S. Dharmar, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, RIT. I extend my welcome to all the faculty members and students of Civil Engineering Department, RIT. Also, I heartily welcome participants from various institutions and industries across the country. On behalf of Ramco Institute of Technology, I once again welcome all who are present. I am sure that you have a fruitful session today. Now, I would like to introduce today's resource person profile, Engineer S. Suganya. She completed bachelor degree in civil engineering, Agni College of Technology, and University. She has thorough experience in project management training and implementation. She also has experience in implementing Oracle Primavera-based project management methodologies. She has certifications from Primavera P6 EPPM and P6 PPM specialist and certified project management professional from PMI USA and Oracle certified support specialist in Primavera P6 enterprise project portfolio management and PPM, Elscraft's Astra Power Project and BIM, Primavera risk analysis certification and Primavera contract management. And Engineer B. Janani profile. She completed the civil engineering in Anna University. She has experience in construction industries. She focused her career in project and cost management for various residential, commercial, and infrastructure projects. She has detailed knowledge of preparing project schedules and estimates, vendor management, value engineering, and she has experience in implementation of 4D and 5D BIM services for construction projects. Also involved in delivering seminars for project and cost management concepts, BIM strategy, workflows, application, and standards for various stages of construction projects. She has certifications of BIM in project management, RICS, Costex, Primavera P6, Oracle certification, and Asta Power Project. So with this brief introduction, now I cordially invite today's resource person, Engineer S. Suganya and Engineer B. Janani, Infinity PMC Solution Private Limited, Chennai, to deliver the webinar on benefits of 4D planning and project monitoring using Power Asta project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible. I request participants.
Shall I continue, sir?
So, Miss Ma'am, we can start now.
Yeah, okay. Very good evening to one and all present here. Today's webinar on benefits on 4D planning and project monitoring using Power Project. This webinar is conducting by Infinity PMC Solutions Private Limited in association with Ramco Institute of Technology. Agenda of today's session, IPMCS introduction, Power Project overview, building schedule in Power Project, compatibility with other project management tools, schedule quality check, cost or resource risk analysis, 4D BIM, power project reports, and question and answer session. So today's session has planned for 2 sessions. One is like project management focus and another one is like 4D focus, 4D scheduling focus. I'll be handling the project management of the power project and Ms. Janani will be handling the BIM for power project. So at Infinity PMC Solutions, we are like focusing on the project management and the cost management solutions. We are the Indian partner for Power Project and I2 Costech Solutions. We have like 1,000+ hours of training experience in handling top corporates, colleges, and universities. We have certified trainers from Oracle, I2, and PMI. So Power Project is a project management software. It is first launched by 1988 by Electrosoft. It's a powerful project portfolio and resource management solution. It is the preferred software for thousands of construction professionals. Why mega project owner chooses this Power Project software? It is easy to use but extremely powerful, and it has like using Power Project you can handle a single project as well as the portfolios, that is like complete organization. It has a superior presentation of your project plans and simpler printing, and it is easy for managing the subcontractors. It is cost-effective licensing options, enterprise option for the multi-user, multi-project, and real-time access. It provides dashboard reporting for quickly executive summaries of the progresses. It can be easily integrated with other softwares, and it has the affordable 4D planning, links project plans to 3D model within a single application. Our project suites. It has the core scheduling tool, and it has a Power Project BIM, business intelligence reports, has a free project viewer, and in the core scheduling tool itself, we have the free add-ons like risk management, schedule quality check, earned value analysis or S curves, and PERT. Also, site progress mobile application. In Power Project, you can create a new schedule. So in Power Project, we have inbuilt construction, engineering, and services template available. Also, Power Project, you can access the other schedules, schedules formed in the other project management softwares. For example, Primavera or like MS Project, if you already created a schedule and you have in a different format, you can open that project in Power Project directly without any data loss. Let's see how to create a schedule. I'm opening Power Project software. So once the Power Project software has been opened, you can go to File. You can create the new. So under new, you can see here a lot of templates has been available: construction, engineering, housing, MSP, Primavera, services, like that. So if you want to create a project related to construction, you can choose the construction template. What are the advantages? If you choose this template, inbuilt like construction related codes, construction related resources, sample will be available. So select construction template. You can give the project name, construction of building. Then you can give the file name. Project 1, like the create. Just give OK. So now the project schedule has been created. Now you can create the project schedule. So you can have the detailed level of planning as well as like high level planning can be done in the Power Project. So high level planning can be done with the help of work breakdown structure or the summary activities, and the detailed level of planning can be done with the help of the task or the activities. So I'll be creating like a construction of building into two divisions. One is like a substructure and another one is superstructure. So under substructure, I'll be creating the activities: excavation, foundation, plinth beam, damp roof course, backfilling. So now you can just summarize these activities. You can enter the durations for these activities. For example, I'm entering 7 days for excavation and 8 days for foundation. And I have taken some random durations. Now you can select all these activities. Go to the home tab. Here you can see the summarize option. Select summarize. So once you summarize, this has been framed as a summary activity. So these activities comes under the substructures. Similarly, you can add the superstructure activities now. Column, beam, slab, brickwork, plastering, piling, painting. Now you can select all these activities and you can again go for the summarize. You can enter superstructure. Now you can enter the duration for these activities. I'm giving 5 days. I have given some random durations. Now you have created the schedule. So the schedule contains like 2 different categories, substructure and superstructure. Under substructure, these are the activities we are going to perform at the site and these are the durations we are going to perform. Suppose if you want to see the durations in days only, you can select it, right click, you can change the table definition into days. If you want to view weeks, you can select it into weeks or month. So I have selected only right now into days. Now I can summarize this whole project, whole activities into a single project. So this is like construction of building. So next is after defining the activities, you need to go for sequence activities or like applying the relationships. So to apply the relationships, either you can choose like start to start or finish to finish or finish to start. Suppose if you want to apply like all the activities finish to start, select all the activities in the bar chart itself. Then you can go for reschedule option. Give OK. Sorry. First select all the activities, go to add or delete links, link task. Then you can go for the reschedule. So now you can see here all the activities are finished to start. Suppose if you want to make it like start to start also, then you can give it. So after this, after completing the backfilling, I'm starting the column activity. Then after column, beam will come. Whereas like column, beam and slab are like parallelly I'm giving start to start. Next is like after completing the beam and slab only I can do brickworks. Similarly, you can give the multiple relationships also. Then after that, you can give the start to start. As well as you can give the finish to finish also for between some of the activities. So after giving the relationships, again give the reschedule. Now you can see parallel activities also there like start to start, whereas here finish to finish. So I'm giving like plastering and tiling together as a finish to finish. So like this, you can change the relationship. So whenever like you can apply by default sequential relationship. Suppose if you want to complete the project, like if you want to do the schedule compression, then you can go for start to start and finish to finish relationships. So after applying the relationships, you can see here the activities is displaying in a red color like red color borders. So red color borders mentioning like critical activity, and without red means it mentions non-critical activity. So already we have discussed critical activities, like if you delay critical activity, it will directly impact the finish date. Whereas if you delay the non-critical activity, it will not impact the finish date. Here you can see here how much float is available. So the float can be mentioned as a 2 dotted lines. So here you can see one is like total float and another one is like free float. So if I delay this activity, how many days I can delay this activity? How many days float available can be visible? You can insert the column. Okay. So from here itself, if you want, you can hide this float. If you want to display, you can check in. Otherwise, you can hide this float. So after the critical path method, we'll move on to the after building a schedule. What is the process? So we have built a schedule. Next is like schedule analysis or the schedule review. So schedule analysis is nothing but you can do the cross verification of your schedule, whether the schedule has been framed as per the logics and the standards or not. So to do the schedule analysis, here in Power Project, we have the inbuilt feature called schedule quality check functionality. So what is the use of this functionality? The planners or the project managers can communicate effectively to the across teams and with better control over the presentation of their plans. So they can have the confidence that their schedule has been prepared as per the standards. So what is the standards? So these are the two standards available. UK Chartered Institute of the Building Test or like US Defense Contract Management Agency, DCMA 14-point test. So some 14 points is available. Whether this schedule has satisfied that 14 points or not, this information can be fetched from this quality check functionality. You can see the attached screenshot. So similarly, we can run this quality check functionality here. Go to project tab. Here you have the quality checks. Select this and you can run the project schedule. Either like you want to run UK Chartered or you want to run US Defense. I'm going to run the 14-point assessment. Right click, select properties. Then select scope. Check in the overall project, execute. So you can see the whole schedule here, 89% it satisfies, like 1% lagging. So wherever it is showing the red color, you need to concentrate on that parameter and you need to bring back that parameter into the green color. So that is the only thing available here. So right now the schedule has been framed link logic. Okay, first activity and last activity without predecessor and successor is acceptable. So this report will be helpful for you to present your plan confidently. Close. Next is after running the schedule analysis, we'll move on to the cost or the resource management. So when a plan will be like completely ready, in a plan you have to prepare like scheduling and then resource management. So scheduling has been completed. Next is like resource management. So resources means like anything that required to complete resources. Generally in a projects we'll be following like two kind of contracts. Unit rate contract as well as lump sum contract. You can capture using this resources. Here we have the permanent and consumable resources available. So you can generate the income and cash flow reports also. So in other softwares, like you can analyze only one single resource, one single histogram in a single page, whereas here in Power Project, in the same page itself, multiple histograms can be viewed. So go to Power Project. I'm creating one resource here. You can see the project view, permanent resource and consumable. Human resource and machineries can be created under permanent resource, whereas materials or supplies can be created under consumable. So you can create permanent resource. I'm creating new permanent resource. One is like civil engineer I'm giving. So how many civil engineers available? One civil engineer or two or three, that information can be entered here. Then you can go to the cost or income. You can create the cost. So double click. What is the cost for this civil engineer? So 500 per day. You can enter per day or like per hours. Close. Now you can assign this cost. Then go to assignment. You can check the assignments. Close. Next is you can create like already cranes available. So here you can see under consumable resource bricks available. So now you can assign these resources to the activities. You can select one activity. Say for example, for all activities you want to assign means using shift you can select all the activities in the bar chart. Now you can assign civil engineer for all the activities. Whereas if you see here, cranes, you're going to assign it only for the excavation activity. Then bricks can be assigned to the foundation activity. So like this, you'll be assigning all the resources. So after assigning the resource, you can analyze here. In the bar chart, resource graphs also displaying resource bars also. If you don't want to view the resource bars using format, you can remove that. So next is we want to generate the resource analyzing. Resource creation has done and assigning has done. Next is analyzing. So for analyzing, we will go for the resource histogram or like spreadsheet. So I'll go for the resource histogram. I'm choosing the resources. One is civil engineer, cranes, and bricks. Next, you want to see the allocation availability for all the resources together. So you can check here. Otherwise, you can check only allocation to date. See? So these are the places the resources are overloaded. So civil engineer alone, I'm checking. So civil engineer has been like only one civil engineer we have. On these particular dates, we need like 2 civil engineers. So this shows the over allocation. Also, you can analyze the resource usage spreadsheet. You can see here. So it's like properly allocated showing in the green color, over allocation showing in the red color. Suppose if anywhere like under allocation happened, there it will show the blue color. See, for example, I'll be like displaying the resource bars and I'm deleting civil engineer for some of the activities. So those places it will be like free. So this is how you'll be viewing the resources graphs. After assigning resources, the plan is ready. So next is you need to go for the risk analysis. You can run the risk analysis here. Go to project tab, select risk analysis, go to results, select generate. So if you give generate, it will generate like what are the possibilities. There is like 20% chances to complete on this date or this cost. So 10 different possibilities has been given. 10% chances to complete the project on 15 October. You can see here finish dates also. So from the schedule, it has generated 20th October. Whereas like if you see here, maximum 26th I can complete. So using this, you can fix the buffer time as like 6 days. Suppose if any delay happens also, it will consume within the 6 days. If not, you'll be completing the project ahead of schedule. So you can generate this risk reports in a graphical format also. Duration wise, cost wise, income, margin. Similarly, you can generate the sensitivity report, cost sensitivity, criticality, as well as duration sensitivity. So once the plan has been ready, then the next step is you need to set the baselines. So baseline is nothing but freezing the plan in the project management software. I'm going to save a copy of this plan. So go to project tab, select baseline manager. You can create new. I'm giving R0 or like baseline 1. Next, finish. So once the baseline has been created, close. You can see here the baseline is also displaying. Even for the resource bars also baseline is displaying. You can hide that. Only for the normal bars you can see here. So after the baselines, you can start updating your project. So you'll be updating the project based on what frequency, weekly or fortnightly or monthly. First, you need to set the progress periods. You can go to the library explorer. So here it is showing 31/7. Again, add new progress period. I can give 1, 2, 3. So 31/7, the project is starting means till like next week we are going to check 7th August. So next is 14th August. Next is like 21st August. Like that, you'll be setting the progress periods. Now you can go to the projects page. Now you can update the progress. Select the first activity, right click, enter progress. So here you can enter. So the project is starting on 31st, ending on 10th. Whereas like 3 days will be pending. So now you can enter around 70% completed. Till the first progress period close. So now you can go to the home tab, select the reschedule. Here you can choose the progress date and give OK. And now you can see here the deviations can be clearly visible. So you plan to complete on this date, whereas the project is completing on this date. So because of this delay happens in the first activity, it has been delayed, like 1 day delayed for all the activities. The project completion also will be changing right now. So this is how you will be maintaining a single project. And also in Power Project, we have seen the additional features like risk analysis and schedule quality check functionalities and all. So with this, I'm completing like project management part. Now I'm handing over the session to Ms. Janani.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So am I audible and can you see my screen? Is it clear?
Yes, Janani.
Yes. So good evening, everyone. I'm the presenter for the next session, which is about Power Project and integrating BIM into Power Project. So we have already seen what is BIM. BIM is building information modeling. Linking our project information to our 3D model of our project is what BIM, building information modeling. It is again not a tool, it is a concept which we adopt for our construction project. So BIM is a process which is supported by various tools and technologies. It is again a generation and management of digital representation of our project information, like physical and functional characteristics of our project. And when we implement BIM in our project, it leads us towards working in a collaborative environment. So we have multiple dimensions in BIM. We saw yesterday what is 3D. 3D is linking the third dimension of our project, which is height. So we'll get a 3D model, which is useful for visualization and clash analysis purpose. So next dimension is 4D. 4D is linking our project planning and scheduling to our 3D model. Then the model is called as a 4D model, not a 3D model. So now today we are going to focus on the 4D BIM part. And 5D is linking the project estimation and budgeting. 6D is linking sustainability and energy analysis data. 7D is linking the as-built information, lifecycle and maintenance information to the 3D model. So as we saw 4D BIM, let us see in detail. So 4D BIM is a process of adding our scheduling data to our project information model. And it helps us to have a step-by-step visualization. See, rather than seeing our project progress in the Gantt chart, we can also see a step-by-step visualization of our project progress. And stakeholders is again people who are all involved in our project, who are all directly working for our project. So the people who are all working for our project can have a detailed overview of the entire process. And with this 4D BIM, we can stay on top of everything that happens in our project site. 4D BIM technology in construction industry enables us to have a clash-free construction scheduling. It helps to do a 4D graphical visualization. We can do optimal resource utilization and better interdisciplinary coordination. Interdisciplinary coordination is something which leads to collaborative working environment between the project team members. So 4D BIM, so when we link a project schedule to the 3D model is what called as a 4D BIM. So fourth BIM dimension is construction sequencing. So which is achievable with the help of the Power Project tool. Power Project is an effective 4D planning and scheduling tool. We can call Power Project as an integrated 4D BIM solution because here we can use our 3D model or BIM model, and we can create our schedule, or if we have already created schedule, we can link it to our 3D BIM model. We can do our resource management, can do risk management, and we can update our progress information. So Elocos of Power Project features we have covered with project scheduling part, resource management part, and risk management part. So next in this session, we are going to cover what is 3D visualizer in Power Project and how to do a 4D simulation. What is simulation and how to do a 4D simulation. So in Power Project, we can integrate our 3D design package to represent our construction site information. And the format which is supported in Power Project 3D BIM model, the format supported is IFC file. We can import a complete 3D model into Power Project, which is called as a federated model or as a separate files. The difference between the federated model and a separate model are, here you can see 3 different models are available: structural, architectural, and MEP. So if your design team is providing with 3 different design models, you can either use 3 separate models in Power Project, or if they are integrating it and they are providing as a single model, then also you can work with a single model in Power Project. And in addition to that, if you want to show some extra information in your 3D model, say like you want to show your site layout, how it looks like, site topography, or you want to show your surrounding buildings in your project, or temporary machines like crane or excavator, bobcat, whatever we use for our construction. So we can also show the temporary model, temporary items such as machineries. We can import that as a separate 3D model and we can show here. So it helps us to have a clear visualization of our project exactly as how we see in site, with the site machineries installations also. So first is about model walk-in view. Once we import the IFC model into Power Project, we can see what is the category of each and every element and to which category it belongs to. We can see the IFC properties. IFC properties is we can see the element property of each and in the entire model. And we can have a walk-in through the model. We can walk inside the model, and we can also see the split view of the model. Rather than a complete model, we can also split and view each and every element separately. So let us see how we can view the model. Say I have already created a schedule here. So now when I want to view the model, I'll use the IFC model pane. So you can see here. So I can see my IFC model with the complete project information, including the tower crane and the excavator, what I use. When I want to see the properties or categories, from the drop down, I'll select categories. So here, if I see in the category, the site object, so many site objects are there in this particular model. And location, again, I can choose when I want to see only ground floor. I'll select only ground floor elements to be visible. Say ground floor. So now if you see, along with the information, only ground floor elements related are visible. Same way when I want to see raft foundation, you can see the raft foundation. Level 1, it gets built up. Level 2, it gets built up. So level 3. So total building, if you want to see, we can see the total building also. So likewise, you can bifurcate your information. And if you want to see only your site machineries, I'll select only site machineries to be visible. So here you can see with the fence of our project, what and all machineries we are using. So you can see excavator, small bobcat, and with the tower crane. Now we have seen the categories. So I will show all elements to be visible. So next, when I want to see the property, say I'll select this element. When I want to see the property, I'll again choose IFC property. Say this is a roof, 125 mm thick slab. Area of the roof slab, volume, perimeter, width, and where it is a load bearing slab or a non-load bearing slab. Say another element such as this. So this is a wall, exterior wall. So it is a material is brick with common fiberglass, batt concrete. See the wall, footprint area and the total area of the wall. So height, length, volume, and even the energy data, like what is the thermal resistance, what is its thermal mass, heat transfer coefficient, absorbance value, where it is located, so how it is filled. So all information including energy analysis data can also be seen inside Power Project. So now moving to the presentation. So we have seen how to see the model inside Power Project. Next is about scheduling part. So as I told earlier, if we have an already created schedule, we can link our BIM model to the already existing schedule, or we can also prepare a new schedule from the BIM model. So we'll see the scheduling part. So now when I want to prepare a schedule from the model, so it is just as much easy. So here this schedule is already linked with the model. Now when I want to prepare a new schedule from the model, just select the element. After selecting the element, just drag it and drop in the Gantt chart. It will be placed in your Gantt chart, and here you can create your schedule. Just drag and drop in the Gantt chart. So here you can name your element. Say this is a wall. From the model also you can create your schedule. I'll delete this. Another way is you can also filter your model. Here in Power Project we have IFC products and searches. Say under IFC products I have foundation walls, ground floor. Say foundation walls. So I can see this foundation walls alone from the model just by. So this is a criteria, filter criteria. I'll make show in viewer. So you can see this is your foundation wall, which is highlighted in red. So when you create this IFC filter criteria, you can also link this criteria to your existing schedule just by dragging and dropping. So this is about preparing the schedule. And next is about progress updation. So once our baseline schedule is prepared, so next is about updating our site information as per the execution team. So we can monitor our project and we can update the progress information here in Power Project. So with the updated progress information can be seen in Gantt chart and also in the form of a 3D model. Say this project is actually updated with the actual dates and also baseline dates. So here I'll show you the dates. Here start and finish are the actual dates. Original start and original finish are the baseline dates. So here my activity is being updated. You can see in the Gantt chart also. So there is no deviation till foundation activity, but after foundation there is some deviations in the activities. So this can be seen in the model also. Say when you want to see what are all the completed elements, give show completed. So as per our schedule, the foundation and foundation slab work are completed along with the fencing part. So show planned. So you will be shown with the planned activities also. So now I'm making it to show all activity. So next is about running a simulation. So once we update our progress information, we can also see our information for simulation. So for simulation, I'll show you how to run a simulation. Before that, I'll select all elements in the model to be visible. Okay. Now all elements are being visible. Now I'll make use baseline dates to be visible. I'm going to run a simulation. So this simulation will be running in the Gantt chart and also in the 3D view. So I'm starting the simulation. You can see our 3D model is getting built, and even it is getting tracked in the bar chart also. You can see wherever it is completed. You can see foundation work is going on. So now plinth beam work. So our foundation wall, then our columns are getting built. So slabs are getting built. So and once our foundation work is completed, we are placing the tower crane. The other slabs, other roof slabs, and we can also see how our model is getting built. So this is showing our baseline information. Say when you want to see and see your project at some particular date. Say right now we are in the July. I want to see by September 30 what will be my project status. Say you should have completed the 2-floor details and the 3rd floor you will be working on. This is what your information at September 30. So if you want to see little earlier on August 31st, what will be your project status? So this is called a look ahead plan as per your baseline schedule. And next one is comparing two different models. One model will show you the baseline schedule and another model will show you the schedule. So because there will be some deviations as according to our actual execution dates from the baseline dates. So that comparison we can see in the form of a 3D model in two different windows, and even we can create videos with the simulations, and whenever our model is getting revised, we can update our revisions also easily in Power Project. So let us see a comparison. So to do a comparison, I'll go back to the starting. Here in settings, I'll here enter. First model should show me the baseline dates, and second model should show me the project live dates. So to which baseline? Current baseline. And I'm closing this. So now next I'll show the comparison model also. So now you can see here two different models are visible. Now I'll run the simulation. You can see two different models are getting built. So till foundation it is same, but after that there is some difference in the model. First model is our baseline schedule, second model is the actual schedule. So you can see the difference also. So whatever the simulation, you can see the difference. If you want to see again some particular dates, again at August 30, 31, what will be your project status? Say as per August 31st, our ground floor should have been completed and we should have been started with the first floor column works. But if you see in the actual dates, as per the actual dates, ground floor itself has not been completed and we didn't start with the column works also for the first floor. So this is how you can see two different model simulation Rather, apart from the Gantt chart, you can also view that in the 3D view. And these views can be saved here as a snapshot also. Like each on every month and what will be a project date status comparing with your baseline, we can save as a snapshot also. Moving to the presentation. So clients who use Power Project for their 4D BIM scheduling work. So there are multiple clients in India and overseas. So in India, one of the well-known client Godrej Properties is using Power Project for their 4D BIM works. And some of the real-time projects where Power Project has been used are Jumeirah project in Dubai, and in India, Commonwealth Games Village, which is located in Delhi, also been executed with Power Project for the project management solution. So benefits of 4D planning. So we can identify problems which will not be visible with our traditional schedules, and we can also run scenarios to assess what will be the feasibility of execution, and we can find the best solution. So we can see the impact of our project delay apart from the Gantt chart in the 3D view also. And we can also study how the build process will appear at each and every different stage. Say by August month, what will be your project? So that you can see in the 3D view. Say for September month, what will be your project stage? And you can integrate your as-built information also. The benefits of Power Project. So before that, I'll show you how reporting also works. So now we have seen how BIM model will be working. So now when you want to generate a report, here in Power Project, you can generate some dashboards reports. Say project summary dashboard. So up on the tab column reports, you also see a dashboard. Say here is your dashboards. So this dashboard helps you to clearly identify, say first box is showing you the planned versus actual progress. The black color line indicates that is your planned progress, whereas against that you have completed only so much. That is what your green color indicates. So effort, duration versus baseline, effort versus baseline, and duration completed versus remaining. What is the effort completed versus remaining? Likewise, we can also generate a dashboard reports. So benefits of Power Project, it helps us to have a clear visibility and oversight across multiple projects. And since this is involved with the 4D BIM, since we can integrate our BIM model of our project with our schedule, it helps us to have a collaborative working environment between our project team members. And here we can produce customized reports, which helps us to have a consistent reporting for our project. We can do an improved resource utilization and management across portfolio of projects. And with Power Project, we can also have a better cost monitoring since multiple histograms are available in Power Project. So how role in construction industry will be? So when you are into scheduling or planning engineer with 4D BIM knowledge, you will be starting your career with a sequencing engineer or sequencing planning engineer, with which you will be graduated to BIM manager, construction BIM manager, and to a project BIM manager. We Infinity PMC Solutions are providing training for the project management and cost management solutions like i2 Costex, which is a 5D BIM estimating solution, which we saw in the yesterday's webinar, and Power Project, which is a 4D BIM solution, what we are seeing today. So we are also providing training services on Power Project like fundamentals and advanced with 4D BIM. We are also doing internship program on Power Project along with the project management. Thank you participants and students for your time. So if any queries, you can post it in the chat box. You can also reach us at info@ipmcs.in.
Ma'am, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Subhanya ma'am and Janani ma'am, for your
very interesting session. Now I request participants, if you have any doubts, you can post in doubts or questions, you can post in chat box.
How percentage of project completion dates were calculated? Here in Power Project, we can see project percentage completion and activity percentage completion. So it will automatically record the percentage completion based on the dates we are updating. And we can also update the project activity percentage completion. Any queries?
Ma'am, can you just tell me how do you compare this against Oracle Primavera P6?
Oracle Primavera P6 is also a project planning and scheduling tool, which is used for project management, and same Power Project also. But here in Power Project, we can integrate with BIM model, and we can do risk management as Suganya has shown in the previous session. We can do risk management, risk analysis.
Okay.
We can produce dashboards reports here with Power Project. We can check our schedule, whether our schedule is 100% correct. So that we can do the schedule quality check option.
Hello, this is Ravikmar here. Yeah, I got your question. See, compared to Primavera, the advantage is that the single Power Project application can handle your scheduling as well as risk management as well as the 4D planning. Whereas in Primavera, if you see, it can handle only your planning and scheduling related to cost and risk resource management alone. So if you want to have a integration with your 3D model, or if you want to do a risk management, then again you need to depend on the additional modules of Primavera.
Okay, basically Primavera is a standalone system, whereas a Power Project will be dynamic in getting integrated with other systems available. Am I right, sir?
Correct. No, Power Project inbuilt itself has a risk management.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Janani, I believe there is a query from Deepak Logan.
The question is, what is the differences among Primavera, MS project, and Power Project?
Okay.
Janani, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, can you are answering the question, or may I?
Yeah, I will address it, Janani. Sir, basically, MS project, if you see, it is a single project management application. Okay. So you don't have a portfolio management or web-based connectivity inbuilt with MS project single license. Whereas if you go for Primavera, Primavera helps you both in your project and portfolio management, but again, it is restricted to your resource and cost alone. In Power Project, as explained to Mr. Govind, it addresses your resource management, cost management, time management, along with risk management and your 4D scheduling. So that is the uniqueness of Power Project. And also the site mobile progress, which is very important when you go for a practical implementation, getting the daily activity updates from the site. So Power Project has a mobile update where you can take the quantity based update, which is not available in any of the mobile update application, as well as you can capture your site photographs, which can be interlinked with your schedule to show the management the current status of the projects.
So another question from Yuvraj is, sir, how to resolve if any conflict happened with the baseline and actual date in Power Project.
So Janani, can you address this?
Yes, sir, I'll address this. So here in Power Project, as we told, we can compare our baseline dates and actual dates, what happens against our progress information. And in addition to the Gantt chart, we can also see that in the BIM model. So in the BIM model also, we can able to see what are all the elements that are being delayed in comparison to the baseline dates. So that is how, if any conflicts or if any delays happen in our project schedule, we can identify in Power Project, in addition to Gantt chart.
And there is one more question from Ms. Pallavi. Which software is used most, MSP, Primavera, or Power Project? So it all depends on the how do you want your monitor your project. If you just want to prepare a schedule and track your time management, then MSP alone can suit your requirement. Again, it depends on whether you are managing a single project or multiple projects. When you go for a bigger scale of projects where you have 10,000, 20,000 activities, then obviously people prefer Primavera because of its functionalities of managing the complex projects. And people who want to adopt BIM technology, move towards the next generation of 4D planning, they prefer Power Project. Yeah, and again from Ragendra sir, in India, how does the industry is looking into it? Obviously, construction industry is moving towards digital adoption. So we are seeing, right, last 2 years everywhere, you might have heard BIM, BIM, BIM. Many people think BIM is a software, right? But Janani would have explained in yesterday's session, BIM is actually a concept where it can adopt any kind of digital technology. So for sure, industry is going to go for digital adoption only. In that, Power Project will be a preferred one.
Sir, excuse me, Govind again. Sir, you just said that there is a possibility to upload photographs and there will be SMS alerts based on the reporting from the site by the site supervisor or whoever responsible at site. Yeah.
Yes.
So because such integration is possible, I consider each project site as a cost center from the management accounting perspective. And in that case, if any of the sites, let us say I have 6 multiple sites going on, and if in any of the site, if there is any overshoot on time or additional consumption of material or any wastage, will I have such alerts which can control me or which can give me the possibility to control such kind of losses?
You can set the alerts when it is exceeding beyond your limits. Parallelly, see, when you get a day-to-day update from your site progress, okay, as I mentioned, you have a quantity-based update also. Okay. So with that itself, the planner can easily track what is consumed, what is required. Even you can make your procurement plan also. What is needed?
No, sir, sorry. See, to put little more clarity on this, see, I'm looking from the management perspective. Okay, this site is a cost center for me. So I'm not a planner. I wouldn't be getting into the day-to-day analysis of what is happening in the project. But if there is something going wrong, something which is like I'm supposed to use say 1,000 tons of steel, and if it is going in a way that I'm going to go beyond another 100 or 200 tons of steel, will it give me an alert so that I can take appropriate actions through the planner and the site supervisor as well? So can I have a min-max kind of a setup where if it goes beyond the max, can I have an alert?
Janani, can you address Mr. Govind?
Yes, sir. So here We don't have any alerts, sir. We have to go through our schedule against our plan
Okay.
versus actuals.
Okay, so I have to pull out a report and just verify the report that everything is going good.
Yes, but whenever your planner or your site engineer updates your progress information, so as per
Okay.
the site actuals, so you can set
Okay.
a mail notification which will give you an alert. So this is what the progress happened in site. So this is what the
That's a,
quantity executed in site. So that kind of notification you'll get.
that is sufficient. Yeah, that's sufficient. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Another question from Maniras sir. Can plumbing and AC incorporated in this software?
Yes. So here, this is a BIM model, which again contains all information related to your project. So whenever your model contains plumbing and HVAC related information within the model, you can link your schedule, which is again related to plumbing and HVAC. So you can link schedule and models here.
Then from Ajay Sautri sir, any trials software version is available, ma'am?
Okay. Regarding trial, sir, can you explain them?
Yeah. So you can just drop a mail to the email ID which I had shared earlier. Okay. So based on your requirement, we can arrange it up, sir.
Shall we end the session, sir and ma'am?
Yes, sir. If there is no queries, we can end the session, sir.
Yes, sir.
In case anybody is having further queries also, they can just drop. Janani, please share the email IDs on the screen.
Yes, sir, I'll share.
Good evening to everyone. At the outset, let me thank our management for its support towards organizing this technical webinar series 3 on project and cost management. We had a very fruitful session today. On behalf of Ramco Institute of Technology, I wish to express my gratitude to Engineer S. Suganya and Engineer B. Janani ma'am and Ravi Kumar sir and Susmita ma'am from Infinity PMC Solution Private Limited for sparing his time and making his presentation on benefits of 4D planning and project monitoring using Asta Power project. And special thanks to our principal, Dr. L. Ganeshan, for his guidance and encouragement. And I extend my thanks to our vice principal, Dr. S. Rajakarnagaran, for his advice and help. And I thank and head of the department, Civil Engineering, Mr. S. Dharmar, for extending support towards the coordinating of this webinar. Also, I am grateful for the efforts of the Faculty of Civil Engineering in arranging this webinar. So once again, I thank all the participants from various institutions and industries across the country and state. Thank you all. Thank you, sir, and thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir. Thank you, Ramco Institute Management and Principal, sir, and also the Department of Civil Engineering for giving us an opportunity for presenting this solution. So we look forward to associate, sir. So anybody interested in this project management or further details, they can feel free to contact the email IDs displayed, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.